Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talking about a team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, we're moving right along here in the sixth round. Our second sixth round pick is Tommy MELLOTT out of Montana State, FCS school. Now, look, he was a quarterback in college. He is not going to be a quarterback in the pros. Now, he may have a couple of funky plays here and there to throw the pass, a la Jacoby Myers. He threw a couple of passes and is pretty successful, but Tommy MELLOTT isn't looked at as having the type of arm talent or arm strength down the field to be an effective NFL quarterback. But what he does have, he has all over the place. His mentality, his ferociousness, his competitiveness, and his speed, those are all things that are going to help him really make an impact on this team. What we're going to do is take a look at the video of his draft interview and comment afterwards. But before we do, I want to make sure everyone please like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's an excellent way to support the channel. It's absolutely free to do, and it's the bare minimum you can do to support the channel besides doing absolutely nothing and just watching the video. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to this draft interview.
Hi, Tommy. Heidi Fang, Las Vegas Review Journal. Obviously, this is a moment that everybody waits for in their football career, getting drafted. What does it mean to you to become a Raider?
Hi, Heidi. Yeah, nice to meet you. It means a ton. Growing up for sure in Montana, there's very few people that have an opportunity to go play collegiate sports, let alone the NFL. So it's a dream come true for me. And, specifically with the Raiders, I can't wait to get down to Las Vegas and get after it. So it's a surreal moment for sure.
Tommy Levi with the Las Vegas Raiders. Obviously, you're an incredible athlete, and also the GM spoke earlier today about how he believes you can do multiple things, whether it be as a receiver or kick returner or quarterback. When you come into this locker room, what do you believe your role could be, and what do you believe you're willing to do in order to find that role?
Yeah, my entire career in college, to be honest with you, has kind of been a do-it-all individual as well. I came to Montana State FCS school, and I played special teams the entire first year. I played wide receiver. I played wildcat quarterback. I really did it all. And then, eventually those wildcat reps, they wanted me out there so much, I became the starter. And so that's what I'm going to be about when I get down to Las Vegas, is just do it all kind of guy. Who's gonna, obviously perfect his craft, whatever is expected of me, and do that and more. So I'm excited to obviously give everything I got and go help the Raiders.
Hey, congratulations, obviously, on being drafted. Seems like you can't get away from Cam. He's been kind of around your whole career. Now you guys are teammates here. I guess just talk about that rivalry that you guys have had going back and forth, and what you think of him and now being a teammate.
Yeah, he's a great player. It's really been, just to be honest with you, like the FCS, you don't get a whole lot of notoriety, but the dude's a stud. So, to compete against him and to have a guy like that you can just keep on, pushing yourself in a program like North Dakota State, that really, sets the bar for everybody else to kind of go and chase, to be honest with you. It helps everyone else become better. And obviously, we wish we could have been able to get after him and been on the other side of it. One of the 3 times at the very least. I'm excited to play with him because he's a competitor. Obviously, I never played directly against him. He was kind of offense, defense. But I'm excited to get to know the guy. I have a ton of respect for him and ready to get to work with him for sure.
Hi, Heidi again. I was wondering about what you have seen out of Pete Carroll's offenses that intrigue you to be able to get on that side of the ball and to have him as your coach.
Yeah, I'm really fired up. We've had individuals from Montana State that have had opportunities to work with him at other places, and I've heard everything I've only heard good things about him. So I can't wait to get to know him even more. And I know obviously the creativity that comes in the NFL and how everything's, there's certainly different nuances to offenses really throughout the entire country. And I'm excited to see, and go earn an opportunity and prove that I can, help and make the offense more dynamic and be a piece that, he can put in there and trust and can make plays for him.
Obviously, it's been a long journey in football for you to get to this point, but what did the moment mean that you actually had your name called, you got the phone call, you find out that you're in the pros, and then the other part of that is, working on a new position, you said, you've kind of done a little bit of everything your whole life, but trying to focus on a new position. And is there guys that have been this type of player in the past that you've looked to that maybe you want to emulate when you get to the pros?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it has been quite a ride here since, my last game in college. I was extremely, dialed in and trying to do everything I possibly could to help Montana State. And, as soon as the season ended, really, and even a lot of my coaches have alluded to it, there was, at least from, scouts' eyes, there was very few teams that were, really interested in me. It seemed like from what they had mentioned. So, I put my head down and I knew that I was, a different kind of prospect going into the NFL. I wasn't a clear-cut quarterback. But I knew I was going to obviously test out of this world, and I've had, obviously opportunities to show my skills in a ton of different areas. It's special teams, playing receiver, playing running back, being in a 2-quarterback set, all of those things. And so I knew that I would get some sort of shot, and so to be able to get drafted, it's an honor for sure, honor and a privilege, and I'm excited to, it's certainly the work's not even close to being done. I'm excited to go there and prove. That I deserve to be there and that I'm going to contribute and help this program out. Yes, sir. And I missed the second part of your question. I just remembered, but to emulate, that
it was my fault. Sorry, it was my fault. I asked like a 18-minute question. So
no worries. Yeah. It's funny you mentioned the emulation of a player that has done something similar as what my intentions are. And I grew up as a huge Julian Edelman fan. I obviously played quarterback in college and made that transition. And I remember when he was a rookie, he obviously played on the offensive side of the ball, but he was really big as a punt returner, and that's what I loved to watch him for. And so it's really a surreal moment to obviously go and chase that and try to not replicate it, but do it my own way. And I'm just, can't wait to get dialed in on the craft and continue to improve. I think that I've obviously always played quarterback, but I think my athleticism will be much better, sought after at an athletic position like wide receiver, returner, and possibly whatever it might be that they ask of me. I'm excited to use it in that way.
Tommy, Alex Eshelman here. Such a full circle moment to be able to interview you right now, considering I started my career in Bozeman, as you know, covering you. And I just want to ask about, you've just had such an incredible journey to get to this place, growing up in a place like Butte, Montana, and just reflecting on your whole collegiate career up to this point. Like, I don't know, just, did you ever think growing up in Butte, this would be your path to play for a storied franchise like this in the NFL?
Yeah, Alex, great to hear from you. I'm pumped up that I get to, be around you a little bit again. So we're just following around, huh? But no, it's I grew up as a huge Colt Anderson fan. He played at the University of Montana. He grew up in Butte, Montana, and ended up, playing multiple years in the NFL. And now he's, continuing to contribute as a coach. I certainly remember when I was 5th, 6th grade, he was working out at the high school, and my sister, she was in high school, and, she got a ball signed from him, and it said on there, "Dream big." And it's kind of been, it's a surreal moment, but my entire life, I just had the ambition to play the highest I possibly could. And I, certainly always believed in myself, and, I put the work in behind it to make sure I could do that. And so, no, it's a surreal moment for sure at this point, to certainly have an opportunity in front of me and to work with, such great coaches with the Raiders, and prove, that I belong there, and I belong with whatever athletes that are there. So.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Tommy. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congrats, Tommy.
Thanks, Alex.
Another solid dude, man. Like, you're looking at these guys. These guys are all grounded. They're humble. They're hardworking. They understand. They're aware of themselves. They're aware of what's ahead of them in the NFL as far as the work that's needed. And just another guy that has high measurables, high traits, and just the versatility, man. That's what you're looking for. I talked about it a little bit before, and I'm going to say it again. The first 3 rounds, the first 2 days of the draft, those are where you get the starters, like the day 1 starters, or the guys that are pushing for big-time minutes. After that, you're going to get a lot of guys that have a lot of measurables, high-end traits that you can mold and fit in different positions in your team. The Julian Edelman comparison is a pretty, easy comparison. College quarterback plays, in a system where he's able to come in and be first a special teams player as a returner and a gunner, and also do other things as far as wildcat and double throws and stuff like that down the field. I think Tommy MELLOTT is going to be a little bit more than that, because although Julian Edelman did test very well, I think Tommy MELLOTT tested quite a bit better than Julian Edelman. Now, as far as the fit on the system goes, he's a guy that can play a lot of different positions on your offense. He's played running back before. He said that when he first started at Montana State, he was a wildcat quarterback, a receiver, a returner. So he already played all that stuff before, and then they wanted to get him the ball in his hands more often, so they just made him the full-time quarterback. His arm isn't the best. It's not bad, okay? It's a below average for NFL standards, but in a specific play here and there, I'm thinking it could be very, advantageous for the Raiders to take advantage of, because it's something that you have to defend against, and even so, it's the possibilities are low he's going to be throwing a pass. So you could catch a team that's sleeping a little bit and pop for a big play. All right, guys, that's my time for today. Really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's an excellent way to support the channel. It's absolutely free to do, and it's the bare minimum you can do to support the channel, besides doing absolutely nothing, just watching the video. Look, guys, I'm trying to build a community here like you guys already know. Everyone, please tell your friends, tell your haters, tell your mamas, tell your babies' mamas, tell everybody that the Raiders versus the world is the best thing going in Raider Nation today. All right, guys, that's my time. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.